This is the Twick or Tweeter program. It's written actually in Microsoft Excel and needs Excel to run. You don't need to know anything about Excel whatsoever. We'd prefer you didn't. We downloaded this to the download directory and then we moved it over to our desktop here and we're going to run it. Here goes. This is the Twick or Tweeter. Before we get going, there's a couple things we'd like you to know. If it didn't load, then you don't have the right copy of Microsoft Excel. It should be the Microsoft Office Excel. And the second thing is that once it is loaded, there are several things going on here. This one, actually, myself, has been working on creating a tweet series. And instead of writing a single tweet, you just keep on typing, and this thing will organize it for you. And that's what you see in front of you now. We're going to explain its elements. But before we do, we need you to very carefully look in the upper left-hand corner. It says security warning, and you can see it needs to be enable the macros for this to run. And that's your choosing, of course. I'm going to go ahead and enable the macros. As soon as I do, you see my disclaimer, so I stay protected for this free program. And if you disagree, let's take you out. If you agree, you're using my program. There you go. We'd like to show you the different parts of the screen. The main part of this screen is this thing right here, kind of considered a button. It says Edit, Create, Save Tweets. Somebody's been in there, they clicked, they typed a whole bunch of stuff in, pressed a button, and it created these tweets down below. In fact, here, I'll highlight them for you so you can see them. There's a tweet, there's another tweet, and there's another tweet. I didn't have to worry about how many characters there were. It would automatically keep it at the amount of characters that was needed. And it includes several things since it's a series. This right here is the tweet itself. But if you look to the left here, below that, when it finally goes into the tweeter, you'll see a line that has to do with tweet numbering. I chose I Miss Obama, 1 of 10. The one below it is going to be I Miss Obama, 2 of 10. So you're going to have in your tweet your text, and you're going to have below that the tweet numbering. But between these two, you're going to have something else. All those hashtag sites you want to get it, and all those ampersand resistors or tweeters that you want to get it to. And this is what we call the CC line up there. You see we have the resistant united, stronger together, impeach Trump. And so they're all a part of this. How did we get to this spot? Well, we said it. It's the Edit, Create, Save Tweet series. I'm going to click it so you can see what happens. Ready? Here we go. There we're in. This is part 1, by the way. We're going to have 2 parts of this. This is the quick down and dirty part. You could, if this was empty, you could just simply start typing. When you were done, you could click close and update the series tweets. But there's some other things you can do too, and we're going to show them to you. One is you can add text. We notice we've got our gift as part of this, and it says something about fight Trump. You know what? I'm going to add some text here. It's going to be, I'm going to add, hell yes, we resist. You know what? I am going to troll people. So rather than send it to the resistance, I'm going to come over here to Tweetors and Tweetdums, and I'm going to clear out the ones that we have. See, you see a yes here, and that was for the Resistance United. I'm going to clear them all out. Instead, I'm going to go for Breitbart and dump, let's see, we got another one down here that I like to do constantly. Not impeach Trump, but I guess so. We'll do a pound impeach Trump. So I got 2, Breitbart and impeach Trump. And when I double click them, it changed the include to yes. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to accept it. Oh, now that I think of it, there's a tweet size. 280 is a good one to leave it at and then let the program do its job. But it says tweet numbering style, and I've got now I Miss Obama. But you know what? I think I'm going to change that to show your taxes. And let's close. It says you're done. Well, let's take a look. Oh, the second tweet down here. Take a look. It ends with the words, hell yes, we resist. If I look over to the left here, it says, show your taxes. And this happens to be slide 2 of 10. There's 1 of 10. And up above, you can see it's now aimed at Breitbart and impeach Trump. There are a lot of other things that we can do with this thing, and a lot of those are going to show up in part 2, where we're going to show some very fancy stuff that you'd like to know it's kind of the secret stuff. So we're going to take one more look inside, and just remind you, if you spend a lot of time creating this, then you want to take the time to save it to the library so you can reuse it again in the resistance fight. This allows you to call it. This one's called a holiday free app gift. Well, I'm going to go ahead and not save it because I've already saved it before. And I think I'm going to point out one more thing on the screen. You know, we have put in some key phrases that you use a lot, that you may want to use a lot, and you may want to put in your own. So I'm going to create one right here. But it's one that we've already saved, so we don't need to rethink it or refine it. It's called Quick Phrases List. When I click it, I can find things like, I got one here called Troy, Don, Roy, but I like one here, Joe, Don, and God. Let me try that. Let me double click that, and it puts it in. How are God and Trump different? God doesn't think he's Trump. Okay, so let me take the lines back out again. There you go, and hey, let me update again. Okay, it's now part of the tweet, and it's down there somewhere. So anyway, I want to thank you very much for part 1, and we will take you in part 2, the 3 secrets that you may want to know.